In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you guys can get all your ults through the story mode and be able to defeat Maestro. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right now. So one of the biggest problems that a lot of people message me about is that they can't get their ults to be able to beat Maestro, and what I can tell them to kind of make it more easier for them to kind of get all their ults, what they can do to make that process more easier. So that's what this video is going to be about. I've also mentioned this before in other videos, but I decided that, you know what, let's make a video based just on that. That way I can always guide people towards this video if that question gets asked to me again. So what I'm going to tell you guys is that one of the biggest things that you guys want to do is that you're going to want to play, obviously you're playing your main, right? And when you start playing your first ult, which is your another character that's not your main, you're going to want to play them into a point, get to a point where you just can't, when you start dying easily, okay? So once you start dying easily, for me, I didn't try to grind, or I didn't try to like go hardcore and try to barely pass that mission. No, I just stopped playing her or that character completely. And then what I did was I started another ult and I played them all the way until they started to die quick, and then so it started to get pretty hard. Then I switched to another hero. I did that with every ult that I had. Now, why did I do that? I did that because as I'm doing that to each ult, my squad level is rising, which that means all my heroes are getting stronger. So by the time I go all the way down, and then I'm on my last ult, and I get to a point where it gets hard, you're gonna notice that the time it got hard is going to be way farther than it did when your first ult. That's when you start noticing that that squad level increase is starting to benefit everybody tremendously. Now, the other thing is that then you're going to hit a point where it starts getting hard with the last ult that you have. Then you go back to that first ult that you've originally started, and then you had to switch out. You're going to start her again, and then you're going to notice that it's going to be more easier to progress. Another thing that you guys also want to know is you want to know what's the best non-regional or regional, depending where you're going for that character. Now, there is a lot of different opinions out there. For me, this channel is free to play, so I focus on non-regional gear. So you want to make sure that the gear that you're using is the gear that you want to upgrade. So you want to know, when I first start my Storm, right? I wanted to know what was her best non-regional build. What is her, what stats should I be looking for to each one? That way, while you're also playing her, leveling her up, as you're playing Storm, you know what gear pieces you need to level up, what gear pieces you need to use as fodder. And fodder, by fodder, I mean gear that you're basically going to use to upgrade one piece of gear. That's what fodder means. So while you're doing this, and you just keep doing that, once you go back to your first Storm and you start progressing where you originally left off, you'll notice that your squad level is higher, you're able to do more stuff. But while you're also doing this, you're borrowing the badges, the battle badges from you're originally going to start off borrowing all the good ones from your main, and you're going to use that. So if my Storm was level 50 and now she's level 60, she doesn't need those level 40 or 50 badges. But Star-Lord, who's just got into level 40, he's going to need those 40 badges. So you're going to transfer those to Star-Lord. And Black Widow, she's now in level 50. You're going to transfer those 50 that Storm doesn't need anymore, and you're going to move him down to Black Widow. And you're going to be sharing that. As a free-to-play player, you're going to utilize that a lot. You're going to need to know how to do all that. As a free-to-play player, it's very important that you guys know that, because it's going to benefit you tremendously in a lot of ways. Now, the other thing is Omega cards. Now, while you're doing all this with Omega cards, you are basically, you want to have villain damage. What I did was I got Omega cards that had villain damage, and then I had another set that had super villain damage. So villain damage means the little mobs of people that you're killing constantly. Yeah, those cards are going to really shine on that. And when I started to fight a super villain, I switched cards that really gave me a lot of super villain damage. So, and then I share them. When I played another guy, I transfer all my good cards. And there's no level requirement for Omega cards. So all the cards that I'm using are the cards that my main would use. So that's very important. So you're going to keep wanting to do that, and then you're going to see the benefits of doing it that way. Now, the reason I did that was because instead of me trying over and over and over to beat that boss that I couldn't beat, what was happening is I was getting frustrated. It was ruining my day. I was getting too pissed. And a lot of people, I know that's happened to a lot of people. And you know what happens? They end up quitting. For me, I was like, well, I'm getting frustrated. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop playing her, and then I'm going to switch to another ult, play her, level up my squad, and then do that with all the other ults, and then come back to her, and I should be way stronger. And it's true. You will be way stronger, and you will be more experienced, and you'll be able to defeat him easier, whatever it is that you're stuck in. Now, for my Storm, as you can see, she's the last hero that the last ult that I'm leveling up. She just got to 100. And she's the only one that hasn't beat Maestro yet. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, I have not, this right here, this is the Queen of Wakanda set, only at 3 stars. I am not going to upgrade her anymore because I don't need to, because my squad rank is at 152. That means that I'm pretty damn strong. Now, but what I do need to upgrade is my badges. See, level 80, level 80, level 80. See, now there's a crucial thing that I started doing that I'm so happy that I did. Was a couple weeks ago, I started to do my blitzes. Instead of doing Dormammu blitzes, I started doing Maestro blitzes. The reason why I did Maestro blitzes was because I needed to focus on feeding my ults, not feeding my main. And by doing that is you're gonna see I'm gonna probably go through Maestro so easy because of this. So what I'm gonna do is, look at that. The highest card that my Storm has is level 80. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Iron Man, my main, and I'm going to take his badges that are Maestro badges that I've been farming for the past couple of weeks. And when I do Dark Zone, when I got 2nd place the last 2 weeks, and I've been using my points, my Dark Zone points, all on level 100 badges. So why? To feed my ults. I want to make sure my ults are strong. That way when they go to the dark domain and fight Dormammu, because Dormammu's strong, and that was towards your main my main had a tough time beating him. So I know that my ults are going to have they're going to have a really hard time. So I need to feed them, make sure my ults are being fed, and really pay attention to my ults, especially as a free-to-play player. It's very important that you do this. So I'm gonna go to my Iron Man, and I am going to go to the badges. So these are the badges that I use. So if you don't have 6-star badges, just do the Maestro blitzes. Keep doing the Maestro blitzes, and you're gonna want to get those 5-star battle badges, and then you're gonna want to go to the craft machine, and you're gonna craft a 6-star badge. It takes 5-star badges to craft 1 6-star badge. So that's how I ended up finally getting my full set of 6 stars. So we're gonna go back here, go to squad, go to storage, and then we're going to, and I'm just basically cherry picking the badges that I want on my Storm. Look at, I have a lot of different options. So we're gonna go with that one. Now we're gonna go to 5, which is that guy, and then 6. There we got the ones that we want. Go back to my Storm. She's at 383. You're gonna take the badges, the Maestro badges that we got from my main, and we're gonna be putting them into my Storm, which I'm pretty sure if I just go auto equip, it should have them all there. See? So now we went up to a lot. So now we're at 475. So that's definitely, I think, more than enough than what we need. As you can see, I'm only at 3 stars, but my squad rank is high because I've been playing all my ults. I've been doing everything that I can to get my squad level high. So we're gonna go back to the story mode, and we're going to, I think we're right at the about where we're gonna face Maestro. Go to Black Widow. Okay, I don't think this is the final mission. I think this is the one before the final mission. So Return of the Red King, 402. We're at 475, which is way beyond that. Almost we're 75,000, 70,000 more powerful than what we should be. I'm gonna auto it. This is Storm. This is where she shines. If you guys like the build that I mean the Star-Lord build that I have, or you want to know if you guys are Star-Lords, I have a video called the free-to-play Storm Guide, best free-to-play Storm Guide. I did that with King CJ, which is another content creator here who main Storm, and he really was very knowledgeable in how to build a good Storm. And we, you know, in that video really talks about what's like the best. You know, I asked free-to-play questions, so definitely check that link out. I'll put it down in the description below if you guys are interested in that. But we did light work of that. Defeat the Red King Blaster. So by doing the as you're playing, so what I did was it wasn't a race to be the first to have all my ults go through the story, because that would definitely make things very stressful and I would have been getting mad all the time. What I did was I took my time and I planned it, I strategized it, and what I decided was, instead of trying to go get all my ults to level 100 super quick, let me spend some time on my main and let me do Maestro blitzes so I can get badges for my ults. So because it's easy to hit a level 100, but it's not easy to, but once you hit level 100, if you don't have level 100 badges, it's going to be a little, you're still going to have you're still going to have a hard time beating Maestro.
Funny. I was just about to say the same thing to you.
So by strategizing that way, what I ended up doing was, by the time I got to level 100, because I've been farming level 100 badges with my main, when I hit level 100, they have a stack of level 100 badges that's going to really benefit them to get through Maestro and a good chunk of the Dark Domain. So this is really going to be helpful, because level 100 to 105 is going to be crucial, and it's very hard to do that unless you want to go in DZ, which they're going to implement a new mode called Training Grounds, which we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's good, because I need another way of getting XP than with that ult. So it's very important that you do all your, as a free-to-play, it's very important to do all your dailies. It's a must. Even if you are not very happy with the state of the game, just do all your dailies. And make sure, always remember that if you're feeding your ults, if your ults can't get through the story mode and they're not strong enough to beat Maestro, then why are you still feeding your main? You should be feeding your ults, because you want to get all your ults through and be strong enough to go through the main story and Dark Domain, because that's going to really increase your squad level. I can go, my main focus as a PvE player is to have a PvE build, and when new content comes out, I want to have at least a good chance of beating it. So here we go. We have the supervillain, the main event, and it's 402. So now we're gonna, we're gonna fight Ares first, and then we're gonna go get Maestro. Where the level 100 supervillain damage badges shine. Oh, I think I'm too far away. He always does those 3 hops, and I think he does 4 hops once he gets to the last 2 health bars. It's also very important to utilize that dodge, because once you dodge, you're invincible for a couple seconds. So if you dodge it right, you will be invincible when he hits you, so you won't get hit. This right here, I don't take no damage when I'm in that bubble. But we took, there we go, there goes Ares. Now we got Maestro coming in. Oh, he got me there. Wow, that saved that little bubble right there. Get out of there. So, the first time you fight Maestro, all you need to do is just get him down 1 bar. Actually, Maestro is one of the easiest heroes that you come across. You just gotta know his patterns. The reason why I say that is only in the story mode though. That's when he's the easiest, because you only face him one-on-one, and all you have to do is get him his health down 1 bar. Then the cutscene takes place, and you're pretty much done. And then the next time you fight Maestro, you're gonna be double teaming him with the Incredible Hulk. We're still in that final battle. It's just we have to go back to his fortress.
Feel my fury.
Let's not forget, my gear is only at 3 stars, and I'm not even using the gear that's recommended, because I am getting the gear that that CJ told me about in that video. I'm building it up. 80s hair. And I'm also building up the Moscow Knight suit. Also the 80s suit, but it's getting there. Another thing that I want to point out is that this is my enhanced potential. Been focusing a lot on the attack. Didn't even bother with this. And then I go to my specializations, and look, I haven't even spent anything on my specializations. This is why it's important to get your squad level up, play all your ults, and do it this way. Oh no, he's still there. So if you are trying to beat Maestro, right, and you have other ults that haven't even started, you need to start playing those other ults. Trust me, you're going to get stronger. It's going to be worth it. Ults past the story mode already, like at least Maestro. Why are you doing Dark Domain? You should be doing Maestro blitzes, getting those level 100 badges to feed your ults. Because as your ults are progressing, your squad level is going up and you're getting stronger. Plus, with the high squad level, you get all those. Hank Pym gives you, at the end, after I'm done completing all this, Hank Pym gives you a whole bunch of 4-star Omega cards. So I am like, I'm making this video, I'm talking to you guys too, and I am just, my gear is at 3 stars, but I'm still, you see how I'm still able to, you know, do damage on them, and we're gonna be able to, oh, he got me. I thought I dodged. Oh, he got me there. Look at that, he even killed me, so that's 2 times. And now that you have 3 lives, now you have an even better chance of. See how I utilize that dodge? I dodged right before it hit so I can be invincible in the time it hits. I love that one. I can't get damage while I'm in that little bubble. Damn, he got me. Come on. Ooh. He got me again. That little jump that he does when he jumps towards you. Dodge away, dodge away. There we go. He's dead. Oh. There we have it. We just took Maestro out, and now that I completed her, next thing that I'm gonna do is now you're gonna claim the reward. Got some more training manuals. Now you're gonna have Hank Pym. You see Hank Pym right here? Hank Pym is gonna, now because I went all the way and my squad level is high, he's gonna give me a hope. He's gonna give me 5 4-star Omega cards. Now there's this video that I did that came up with it, and we're gonna go and collect these. Give me another one. Look at that, bam, 4-star Omega card.
Hello there.
Get another one. Increase the squad rank, but my squad rank's already high, so free Omega cards for me.
Stop by anytime. How can I
This is what happens when you strategize and implement these strategies.
Best of luck out there. Stop by anytime. Hello there. Hope that helped. Stop by anytime. How can I assist you?
5 Omega cards.
Best of luck out there. Stop by anytime.
Claim reward. There it is. Now we got Hank Pym, and now we're gonna go over here to Tony, and then he is going to be giving me 2 5-star cores.
Hey, how's it going?
And I have a video for that also, which I will put down in the link below.
Let's do this again sometime.
So it says clear the raid with extreme level of difficulty. So that's gonna take a while, but that's the other video, and you can see that down the link below. But so basically, to sum it all down, do your daily raids, use play your ults to a point where it gets hard instead of trying to tough it out and go through with it and sweat it out. You just stop, play another ult, level them up till you get to a point where it gets too difficult, and then do the same thing progressing. And by the time you get back to your ult, your power level is going to be at a place where you're going to be stronger. You're going to be able to go through that villain or mission that you couldn't beat a lot faster, and that's going to help you. You're going to borrow stuff from all your mains. You're going to do your blitzes Maestro if you are doing Dark Domamu blitzes, and your ults haven't got through the story in Maestro, then you should be doing Maestro blitzes, because you want to get that level 100, and you want to make sure your ults are going to be strong enough to go through that Dark Domain path that we're about to go through. So hope you guys like this video. Hope this helped you guys a lot, or it's in some way. If you enjoyed that, make sure you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button to be notified every time I do a new video. We passed that 100,000 subscribers, guys. Thank you guys so much, and you guys have a good time.